Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted to put together a separate video that only talked about the weight loss topic that I briefly touched on in my introduction video. I did that because I felt like it would have been a little too much information in one sitting and that you all would have maybe gotten a little bit lost. So that's neither here nor there. I wanted to put something else together that shows you exactly what I did to lose that weight and to, most importantly, to keep it off. A lot of people can lose that weight, but can you keep it off? That's the real question. And for 8 months, I have lost and kept off over 60 pounds. Um, I will have to say that the two things that I consistently did and never stopped doing to lose the weight, which are the most important things to do, which is the point that I wanted to make here. Water, my water intake, and my food intake. The water is so key. It's so vital. It's so crazy how important water is. Um, I know that you have to take baby steps when you're wanting to lose weight. But one thing that I'll say for sure is that try to try to really jump into the water thing without even looking back. And when I say that, I mean drink water 5 days a week. At least try to commit to that. I learned that with a meal, there really was no reason for me to have a Coke or have juice or, have um, even Crystal Light. I personally prefer a glass of water over some, sugar water like Crystal Light. I don't believe in it. That's just me. Everyone has their things. I get it, but that's just not my thing. So, needless to say, my first tip would be to drink nothing but water 5 days a week. What this consists of is probably close to 100, 150 ounces of water per day. Now, this was easy for me to achieve in the beginning because I breastfed for 6 months. And as you know, with breastfeeding, water is, just as vital, which is interesting, right? So, you know, pay attention to the things that you need to do when you are pregnant and when you are breastfeeding because they make you do so many great things that you need to be doing to lose weight. And the reason why is because you're growing another body inside of you that, quite frankly, people value a little bit more than they value the woman these days. Think of the things that you have to do when you're pregnant. You can't drink, you can't smoke, you got to eat this, you got to eat that, you got to have plenty of water. All of these things are so important when it comes to losing weight too, and that's something that I just kind of discovered along the way. So my first tip, ladies, drink water for 5 days a week, and you tell me what your skin is looking like. You tell me if you've lost half a pound or a pound. I can almost guarantee you that you probably will, especially if you are very overweight like I was. And seeing those results is so important. So tip one, water. Water, water, water. Tip two, meal preparation. So important. Ladies, you go out and you get that makeup, you get your clothes ready for the next day at work or to go on that hot date or to do this or to do that. Prepare for your meals, prepare for your snacks. Fruit, vegetables, pretzels if you want them. Prepare, 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 prepare. I know it's hard. Even if you prepare for 2, 3 days, guess what? That's better than preparing for 0 days. So that's the point that I want to make with this video is I want to make sure that people understand the value in taking baby steps. The minute you stop, the minute you get yourself out of the game is the minute you can't win it. So just keep in mind that 1 day is better than 0 days. 2 days is better than 0 days. Just you have to keep that in mind. You have to have that mentality and you have to remember that. So that's step two, preparing for the week. Again, you guys can visit my website. Sorry about the background. I do have kids. You guys can check out the website and my Instagram page. My Instagram is Mrs. O Everyday Woman. I'll put the link below the video because I think there's an underscore in there or something. But I post a lot of my meals there, a lot of my snacks there. I'm also on Snapchat. I'll post my link there as well. I post my meals and snacks there as well. And the purpose of preparing is to stop you from going to the fast food restaurants, um, not knowing what you're going to eat for breakfast, for lunch, or for a snack, and then therefore, making really, really bad choices. Planning is very, very important. And if you think about it, the way you think about getting ready and getting cute for the day to go to work or to go on a date, like I said earlier, try to think of it that way because you'll be surprised how much more effort you may put into it. So that's step 2. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Step 3, portion control. I changed my portions, and I did this by eating off of a small saucer plate. People think that, oh my God, I'm still going to be hungry. Oh my God, is that enough food? The truth of the matter is that it is. It's enough food. Because guess what? You're supposed to be eating every 2 to 3 hours to keep your metabolism going, to keep it running, to keep your body thinking that you're not starving it. So it's important to eat small meals and to eat frequently. Again, it's something that people think is difficult to do, but I kid you not, try it for 1 week, 7 days. You'd be surprised how much your body will adjust to it. So that's step 3, portion control, excuse me. Step 4, I would have to say that would consist of the discipline and the motivation of it all. It's really hard to keep in the game when you don't see any progress. And it's really hard to stay committed to something when you're not really sure if you're doing it properly. So I think that it's important to find different ways to motivate yourself and to keep yourself determined to reach your end goal. It's really, really, really important to identify those things for yourself. I can give you tons of examples, but honestly, I feel like I had to search for them on my own. Being given the tools to succeed is important, but when it comes to implementing those tools and those processes, you have to be ready to do it. You have to be ready to want to do it too. Sorry, that's my 3-year-old. So, that's step 4. I would say that you need that determination and that discipline in order to get the job done. So, with that being said, I want to walk you through just a typical day for me, which is like a Monday through Friday work day, and what I eat, what I consume. So in the morning, typically I will have a piece of fruit and nuts or a piece of fruit and oatmeal. Oatmeal is a very good kept secret to losing weight, in my opinion. My good girlfriend that I talked about in my introduction video felt the same way, and I swear when I started doing what she told me to do, the weight was just flying off of me and staying off of me, which was really surprising. So that's what I do for breakfast. A couple of hours later, I will do nuts and fruit again, maybe, as a snack. And then for lunch, I will have a piece of meat, some type of protein, and a veggie. You'd be surprised how much that will fill you up if you get a nice cut of meat and a very nice portion of vegetables. Load up on those vegetables. Load up on that fruit. It's great for you. Another afternoon snack, another piece of fruit, more nuts. Dinner, kind of a repetition of lunch. So that's a typical day for me, and then all day long, water, 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 nothing else. At work, it's very easy to do, especially when you have that structure there where, there's water filters, bottles of water, whatever your job may provide. And then I recommend getting a cup that's maybe 20 to 30 ounces and just fill it, drink it, fill it, drink it, fill it, drink it all day long, and you'd be surprised how many ounces you'll consume in that period of time. So that's an average eating day for me. I have lost a lot of weight doing it. I've kept it off doing it. And on a later date, I will discuss supplements because, again, I was breastfeeding for 6 months. I wasn't able to take anything. All I could do was eat well, exercise, and breastfeed. That's all I was able to do. Couldn't take any supplements. I had to watch what I was eating, so I couldn't do a lot of fast food and things like that. So I did not have the luxury of being able to go out there and, take this pill or not eat this for 5, 6 hours and, do this or do that. So I want to make that known that I was able to accomplish these things while breastfeeding for 6 months, 6 solid months of breastfeeding, minimal. And I lost 50 pounds within that 6 month period. So this is possible. It's attainable. Exercise. I didn't get to touch on that because I wanted this video to really be about the eating part, because honestly, I believe that the food intake, what you're putting in your body, accounts for 80%, if not more, of your weight loss. I've gone weeks without exercising, unfortunately. I do chase my kids around the house, so, and housework and other things like that, and walking at work on occasion. But as far as rigorous exercise, I've gone weeks before without doing it, and I've still lost a considerable amount of weight. So I'm here to tell you that food is everything, ladies, everything. Try this for 1 week. I kid you not. You are bound to lose at least a pound, if not more. It's inevitable. Especially if you're coming from such another extreme way of eating on a day-to-day basis. So anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little off track there. So what I wanted to say was that, 6 solid months, no supplements. I couldn't do any of that since I was breastfeeding, and I was still able to see really, really, really good results. Exercise is important, don't get me wrong. It's great for your heart. It does promote good metabolism. It does promote good weight loss. But if you can't commit to doing it, don't kill yourself. There's other ways. And then also, of course, like I said before, 1 day a week of walking for 30 minutes is better than 0 days a week walking for 30 minutes. It's hard for some people to wrap their minds around that, though, because, you feel like you have to do it consistently in order to, really, really accomplish it. But work your way up to that. You don't have to start working out 7 days a week or 5 days a week. Work your way up to that. Even like I said, if it's 1 day for 10 minutes, work your way up. You'll see that you'll want to do it more. You'll see and you'll find different times of the day where it works better. Don't stress yourself out too much about that exercise and that gym time. If you're going to stress yourself out at all, do it with your food. I'm telling you that food is everything. Everything, honey. Wouldn't be me if I didn't, put a little of my personality in the video. Anywho, so that's that. I hope that you guys got some takeaways from this. Put your questions in the bottom. Can't wait to see them. Questions, comments, anything you got, shoot at me. I can't believe I told you guys that I was 300 pounds. But I did it, and I hope that it helps someone. EverydayWomanGuide.com.